Shalom. Koholo Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai Bahashem Raha Hakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect scattered throughout the four corners of the globe. My name is Barada Ball, coming to you from the GMS camp of Indianapolis. And to all those listening and learning, to you, I say Shalom, especially to you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians that make up the 12 tribes of Israel. Today, just was flipping through, of course, my feed within YouTube, and came across this video. Of course, I just took a screenshot of the front page. As you can see, disgusting acts and punishments, most disgusting and sadistic things done with black slaves that will make you sick. So if you come across this video, you do a quick YouTube search, you'll see the video. It's about 11 minutes long, and pretty much they just touched on 6 punishments that they would use to inflict on you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. And of course, these punishments were used for, mainly torture, and to keep, Jake in their place. And so I'll touch on a few that's come to mind, based on the video. One of which, that stood out was how they would put these masks, on Jake. They would actually be these metal masks, and because it would be so hot, it would burn their face. Or if they had certain masks they would use to where it would actually keep their mouths open, to the point where it was like they couldn't close their mouth, so they couldn't eat, and they would suffer, a lot of pain. The mask would have pricks, so if they moved a certain way or they tried to grab at it, it would intentionally cause more pain. They would have actually had these braces that they would put around their neck so that they couldn't go to sleep. They had to pretty much stay up. If they laid down, or move a certain way, it would stick within their neck and cause complete pain. But that's nothing compared to where, they would do the cat of nine tails, where they would whip the slave, to the point where the flesh would come off the body. And in the process of that, they would actually make a concoction of like boiling pepper, jalapeno pepper water, or salt, and would put them into these baths. They would also, put them into, pretty much bury them practically alive, put them into this almost look like a coffin type thing in the hot sun. And it'll be very, very, very small, where there's little to any air. And then they'll allow them to sit in there for, days if they could, up until the point of where they just about died. But then they would bring them up, putting them in barrels, and beating them real bad, putting them in barrels and throwing them in the water. So it was just a number of things, which, even my explanation couldn't do any justice of the detail that Esau Edom had been to our people. And so I just wanted to touch on a few scriptures, because again, we're near our captivity, and the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, he's going to bring vengeance for all of the things that he's done to our people. This is the book of Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 10. It says, "For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever." Because when you look in the video, and just even to this day, the scriptures talk about how they help forward the affliction, knowing that we are in the worst state, worst condition. in this land of America, which is pushed this white supremacy, put them far above you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Their mindset has never been to, at any point, make you equal, to help you out of the conditions in which you are in. Their whole point is to continuously put affliction upon you and keep you down so that they can continue to rule. Let me pull the scripture. It's the book of Zephaniah, verses 1, chapter 1, verse 15. It says, "And I was sore displeased with the heathen that are at ease, for I was but a little displeased, and they helped forward the affliction." So when we went into the captivity, the Lord, when we look at the curses of Deuteronomy 28, you have the blessings, the first 15 verses, and then going into the curses thereafter. And Esau, Edom, understanding, that we are the children of the living power. And so they've done everything from calling us everything but the children of the Most High. That's a part of forwarding the affliction, by not calling us who we really are. We also know through the captivity, through the slavery, they've caused for us to not speak our own language, changed our names, the bywords and the proverbs, right? Even unto this very day. And even when there was the Emancipation Proclamation, when there was no more, physical slaves or being on the plantations, when Jake actually started building societies and and not needing to be amongst Esau, Edom, they had their own doctors and had their own banks, just to name just a few things. Farming, it was actually building and doing well on their own. Esau came in, and any chance that he got, and he destroyed the lands in which the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians inhabited. So, they always push forward the affliction because they have a perpetual hatred, for the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Let's get this. This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 35, verse 5. It says, "Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and has shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity." The slavery was a calamity. And in that time frame, when you look at that video, when you see the video, they pretty much showed that they had no care for life. Okay. And he says by the force of the sword. So again, the sword is any type of killing instrument that was used. Not even they didn't even go into, the different things, medical things that they would do unto our people, for the sake of, medicine, and how they would do surgery and different things on our people without any type of pain medication. But it says, "In the time that their iniquity had an end." So we're at the time that our iniquity is at its end, and we know that Esau, Edom, is even going to turn up, because he's going to, he knows that he has but a short time. But Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai is going to give us, a spirit, of payback, but it's only going to be through Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai is going to come through him first. This is the book of Romans chapter 12, verse 19. It says, Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves. So there's no power in our hand right now to do anything for all the things that they've done. You've done to us, right? So we're not going to avenge ourselves. We have no physical might to beat you, all right? But right now, spiritually, the Lord has given the elect a spiritual knowledge and understanding, a comfort to know that pretty soon you're gonna receive your recompense, your just due for everything in which you've done. He says, but rather give place unto wrath, for it is written, vengeance is mine, I will repay, said the Lord. So the Lord is going to repay for the things that you've done. And you're going to have to give account for all of that. Okay. This is the book of Galatians chapter 6, verse 7. It says, be not deceived. The Most High is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. So you reaped corruption, and I want to get one more verse there. Death, bloodshed, pain. All right. That's not even including, separating parents from their father, the children from their parents. That's not including how you would even have us breeding. You would breed the men with the women so that you could produce more offspring just for your service. It says, for he that soweth to his flesh, verse 8, shall of the flesh reap corruption, and that's what you're going to receive for all the things that you've done. It says, but he that soweth to the Spirit shall of the Spirit reap life everlasting. You've gotten rich, completely rich off the backs of the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, and you've continued to put terror upon our people. All right. There's one here. This is one in Daniel, just thought of. This is Daniel chapter 7, verse 25. And he shall speak great words against the Most High, which he's doing that now. He's claiming to be the people, and he's claiming, actually, you got the Noah Harari, who even claims that they don't need the Most High. In other words, that they could do a lot of these things, these inventions and stuff on their own. He says, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, because they're continuously keeping us, keep afflicting us, right? As soon as Trump got into office, he went right after the Northern Kingdom, right? And then, of course, the Southern Kingdom is going to happen right along behind it. He says, and think to change times and laws and they shall be given unto his hand until a time and a time and a divine and a time. So he's got only but a short time to rule and to wear out the saints and bring on the affliction unto our people. But the main point I wanted to get is that, you are wearing out the children of Israel, and there will be a time in which we will meditate terror. This is Isaiah 33, verse 18. It says, thine heart shall meditate terror, because we're going to have the mindset, once we're in the kingdom and we are ruling over you, the Lord, everything that you've done unto us is going to be done unto you, minus anything that will go against the laws of the Heavenly Father. You've had picnics, what they call picnic, and where you've sold tickets, strung our people up, and so it's been a horrible ride, a horrible life under your rulership, because then the Lord said you are the most proud and the most wicked of all the earth. This is the book of James, chapter 2, verse 13. It says, for he shall have judgment without mercy that have showed no mercy, and mercy rejoices against judgment, because you've showed no mercy unto our people. And when you look at that video, anyone that comes across this, if you check out that video, you'll find that this was a merciless people. Okay. So, let's see if I had one more would like to share. No, that's pretty much it. This is just with some thoughts. And again, I'm gonna just call it spiritual thoughts, but I hope this lesson was edifying, uplifting, exhorting, some sort of bringing acknowledgement, acknowledging of some sort of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, Before I end, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rahahakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect scattered throughout the four corners of the globe. And again, this is a thing, the Lord allowed him to do these things until he comes and takes him out the way. So for all those listening and learning to you, I say, Shalom.